All right, welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. It is Thursday, June 23rd, 12:29 p.m. in the afternoon. Okay, so check this out. BitcoinDailyView.com, as always, got more for you there. The market's interesting, and we just had a tick up in Bitcoin, so we'll check that out. Let's rock through this quickly. All right, what's got my attention is the Bitcoin trading volume right now. It's at 2.6 billion. Really, you want to have 3 billion plus, or in my opinion, from what I've been seeing in the last couple of months, really, if not years, is lower than 3 billion. You really are in whale dump territory. It appears, looking at the order books and the market in general, there's a great site you can go to. I think it's awesome. I have it down here. You can find it at bitcoindailyview.com, and you can customize it for yourself. Is this guy right here? I call it bull versus bear live. We'll let this propagate a little bit, and we'll go back and we'll check it out. But well, there you go. Okay, good. So when we're below 2 billion, like right now, these purple ones are shorts getting wrecked, which is always kind of cool to see. Some big shorts getting wrecked. Then the candles you'll see form under that are longs getting wrecked. We're seeing a lot of big orders, basically around 100K or so. That's kind of automated trading, if you can believe that, with the big money. But when you start seeing odd numbers like 391K, 265K, 412K, 327K, when you start seeing odd numbers, that tends to be trades done by hand. Anyway, so basically we have a lot of shorts getting wrecked right now. These are 10-second candles. We're seeing an uptick in the market. It's interesting. One of the things you can always tell is, was this expected or not? Well, look and see if a lot of longs and or shorts got wrecked, and you will find out. Usually when you see a lot of longs or shorts getting wrecked, that means that it was definitely manipulation, and everyone was not in on it. So anyhow, as you can see, some big sells just came in. So anyway, having followed this for some time, and I'll take this here. It's over at bitcoindailyview.com. You can find it there, but I'll put it in the live chat, and you can make your own kind of customized version of this site. It's a great way to see what the market's doing. You'll get a feel for the mood of the market. You get to see what the bulls and the bears are doing. I could do a whole half hour just talking about the different number ranges of buys and sells and such, and what I have over time found that they mean. But just to make it super simple, around 100K, it tends to be automated trading. From what I have seen, you get above that, it tends to be by hand trading. And so like here, 703K, boom, that was definitely probably a buy by hand. So anyhow, when you see a lot of diversity in numbers, like 100K to like a million plus, etc., those trades are usually by hand. So you start to see people really playing the market. See the big money starting to manipulate. You got that big conference call going, okay, you sell, I'm buying. Definitely it is a manipulated effort. And to me right now, this sudden pump that we've just had is definitely some whales, in my humble opinion, decided to move this thing up a bit. And I think the reason they did that, and why you see all these shorts getting wrecked here in the purple, is because of this. All right, the volume was way low. When Bitcoin trading volume explicitly is below 300, is below 3 billion, that's when the whales tend to come in and dump it a bit and wreck the longs and make some money on shorts. That's what I've seen looking at Bybit, looking at Bittrex. That's what I'm looking at. Binance, Bybit, Bittrex. That's what I've seen happen. So, take it for what it's worth. I think we were kind of in a whale dump territory, wreck some longs, make money on shorts, but that did not quite happen. It seems the market's getting pushed up. So, well, there you go, Team Green. Team Long, looks like you kind of snuck in there unexpectedly. You definitely took out some big shorts here. So, amen. There you go. A little bit of news. Biden deeply disappointed in SCOTUS ruling on open carry. Why I mention this is it shows a political trend changing in the country. It doesn't matter if you like Biden or not. I can tell you right now, I am deeply disappointed that he's president. So anyway, and he definitely got 81 million votes. I mean, who would ever question that? Well, anyhow, so the thing is, He's deeply disappointed in a ruling that is very extremely constitutional when it comes to the Second Amendment. New York, which has had draconian gun laws, along with other states like California, definitely Hawaii. They really got busted, and that there's no more may issue. Or no, is it shall I? I don't want to get into it. It's either you can issue, you can discern whether you want to or not. It's up to the state if they issue, or is it like shall issue means they have to unless there's some reason why they cannot. Anyway, I won't go into it right now, but they have been to get a gun, to get a concealed carry license in New York. You basically got to be well, Donald Trump, he had one, right? And if you got less pull than that politically, then you're not going to have one. So they just got a huge slap in the face. This is a big deal. This really cracks the foundations of a lot of the gun confiscation that is in mind that this side of the house has right now. I'm not coming from a political perspective, but right now they're pushing this as a midterm, I don't know, I guess boost, supposedly. But anyway, Supreme Court just punched him in the nuts, really, and in general public opinion is very happy about this, although you do see some people crying deep tears about it. But anyway, this does go to show that as we move towards especially the midterm elections, it's only going to get more and more crazy. There's extremes in political ideology being pushed, and this right now is, like I say, if you're not into the whole Second Amendment in America, it probably doesn't mean much to you, but this is absolutely huge, and it really takes the power away from a state that has been a Second Amendment prohibitionist state for quite some time. So if you're deeply disappointed in that, Biden, well, let's go, Brandon. Okay, cracking and pivoting. This is an important article. Very short. It's over at Zero Hedge. And the point of it all, I can kind of summarize all this, is that he looked at the Juneteenth fuel situation in the country, and there were some outages recently, as far as, well, they're just not being, actually power outages actually at some gas stations, but also some gas stations have been running out of gas that we've heard recently. And definitely if you're looking at truckers, diesel, there's been some serious issues. I mean, I've seen reports of truckers buying farm gas, as you call it, like red fuel. Basically, that is special fuel, special diesel, really, for farmers. It's taxed differently. It's cheaper, basically, but the man will come down on you like a ton of bricks if you use that outside of farm equipment. And trucks have been stranded side of the road, cannot get gas, and have actually bought gas from farmers who shouldn't be selling it. But anyway, there's some crazy stuff happening, and Juneteenth holiday that has appeared to definitely show some of the cracks. Truckers having to buy farm fuel to actually get to another gas station, another place where they can get diesel, or at least get their truck off the road. It's crazy. So we have already seen some heavy stuff, and here's the deal. This article is important. He didn't quite so much say this explicitly, but I think one of the things that we can pull from this is, as the 4th of July weekend gets here, a lot of people are going to realize that holy crap, the supply chain issues with gas, supply chain issues in general, power, rolling blackout possible issues, hyperinflation. Americans can be horrifically dense, okay? And I'm telling you right now, like, you look at Lake Mead, right? That, if you live here in this part of the country, Lake Mead is so, a boat actually had an engine problem, pulled over to the side a little bit of the lake, threw an anchor down, and within a day or two, waiting for a mechanic to come and fix that engine, it got hung up on the shore because the Lake Mead, which gets fed by Lake Powell, is right now actually, it's having a hard time. For some reports say, some fishermen who've been out there looking at it, it's having a hard time getting the turbines to spin. It's below where it can actually spin those things. And also, it's locals who are there fishing every day are saying it's down like 8 inches a day. So we have crazy stuff going on. And there's people who are going to go to Lake Mead on 4th of July to put their boat in the water who don't even know this is going on. Americans are horrifically dense. 4th of July holiday is going to be a wake-up call to, like, wait a second, what I used to buy every year when I went over, like, my mother-in-law's to like I flew over there. They're going to find out that their plane is canceled. Then, of course, if they even can get there, if they're local, they're going to want to buy what usually costs, 35 or $50 and meat and things like that. Now costs 175. 4th of July weekend, as we approach, it's going to be a mega wake up call. Trust me, Americans can be dense AF, okay? And they're going to wake up and be like, holy crap. So 4th of July, before that weekend gets here, get your shit together if you're a prepper, because, and also gird your loins. Well, however you may trade, make sure your positions are ready for a freak out, okay? Now, with that said, on to more important things possibly. Last 24 hours, we've seen about 65% long, 34% short. Okay. And, we are looking at it right now. We're having, I think last hour, it's like 51% long, like 48% short. So definitely moving recently to a long bias, but last 24 hours, have been a long bias for sure. Wait, let me actually rephrase that. I'm going to rephrase that. Sorry, moving too fast here. That's not true. This 24-hour chart here in the middle, it's influenced because right now I think we just had a pump in longs. Until recently, I think until like an hour ago, this was actually showing a much more. You're right. It is 56% long, 43% short. You know what? This thing changes a lot. I'm gonna stop looking at it anyway. Right? Forget it. There's a problem doing this live. This thing changes and confuses me. Anyway, looking at this morning, looking at cryptometer.io, it has been a bias towards shorts for like, I don't know, good couple hours, at least since early morning. And now I'm seeing it definitely tick towards more buys. So anyway, there you go. Forget it. I'm going to stop looking at that thing. It just confuses me. All that really matters anyway is this right now. Bitcoin trading volume is very low. It's in whale dump territory, 2.6 billion, but it appears we're seeing an uptick in longs, and you can see that reflected over here. Boom, 10-second candles. We've had an explosion of longs, probably, and look at all these shorts getting wrecked. So definitely, shorts have gotten wrecked. Look at that $2 million buy right there. Boom. We are seeing some serious energons hitting the Bitcoin market. In fact, with all this, I'm sure that this trading volume should have already ticked up here, but it hasn't had a chance to catch up and do that. Anyway, oftentimes cryptometer updates quicker. No, it's not updating yet. Anyway, let's look at the traditional market. FinBiz here, great site to check out. It's been an interesting day in the market right now. The Dow all these have been up and down today, and I haven't seen a whole lot of movement, but we are starting to see a bit of an uptick now, which probably is why we're seeing an uptick in Bitcoin. The Dow up 0.49% after dumping a little bit this morning. It's getting some green now. Nasdaq up 1.59. That's beautiful. S&P 500, which Bitcoin is absolutely tied to. Overlay the charts. You can hardly tell them apart. Dump in early this morning. Now it's on the way up 0.9%. So these are looking great. Looking at the S&P 500 companies, we're seeing more green than red. It's nice to see. So you may not like all these companies, but when they're in the green, it's good for Bitcoin. Therefore, it's good for the crypto market in general. All right. Akeda TV says, I'm expecting the dump low shortly after July 4th. All right. So Masaki there over at Akeda.com. He's one to, he has a unique mystical way of knowing what's going on. So just take that and put it in your neutral file, put that on the sticky, and just remember the dump low shortly after July 4th. Well, we'll keep looking at the charts, and if he's right, we will see that coming because nothing necessarily happens out of a total mystery in the markets, although sometimes it does. So anyway, looking at crude today, definitely have a Darth Maul doji going on, but it is in the green. We're at 103 a barrel. Looking at dollar strength index, green candle today, staying above the 20 WMA. Looking at the S&P 500, it's been red, it's been green back and forth, but it's definitely green so far. It's green right now. We're seeing a nice uptick, but we still are below the 20 WMA and all the other important moving averages. Looking at the Tech 100 in the green, challenging that 20 WMA. Looking at gold, red day, below all important moving averages. Silver red day, below all important moving averages. If a person was a silver person, if they like gold or silver, I'm not giving any financial advice here, but these are definitely both at kind of a pretty substantial low. So silver coming in at 21 bucks an ounce, gold 1826. Maybe we're in I don't know. I'm not sure what to make of these two right now. They are manipulatable, definitely, because there's so much, paper gold and silver out there. But not the worst buy zone if you're a dollar cost averager. Hit that coin store, buy some silver eagles. Bitcoin coming in at 20,749. It's holding at 20K. It has the passion of a starving man in a cake store, it really does. And it's been a battle, but it's holding at 20,000. And I definitely think that the low volume this morning is definitely what this low volume that we're seeing for Bitcoin is what kind of was a sign that some of these whales had to just pump the living crap out of the market, wreck the shit out of longs, shorts, and realize that in the Bitcoin market, ultimately on exchanges, there is a certain aspect of scarcity. So, you need wrecked longs for shorts to buy, to make money. You need wrecked shorts for longs to buy. So, ultimately, seeing this kind of shorts getting wrecked right here, that's definitely, in my opinion, some big money coordinated effort. And we'll probably see them get some vengeance and dump the charts a little bit more. It'll probably retrace, but it won't wreck longs. As you can see, a lot of sell pressure coming in, but you're not going to see longs getting wrecked because they already made their money. They wrecked the shorts, F the shorts anyway. So with that said, it's a beautiful day in the market. All right, so let's keep on rolling along. Looking at the top 100, it's holding that 20,000. Like I said, it's pumping right now. That was unexpected. Good to go, bull whales. Looking at the top 100 here, a lot were teetering towards the red, but right now they're pumping. So if you're in any of these top 100 alts, you're probably making money. Big winners today. Let's see. Polygon, it's been kicking ass all day. Solana, nice to see Solana doing well, up 10%. I know it's had its problems. I know it's too centralized, but it dumping with all the investment, especially in the NFT market and many other markets, it is really an alternative to Ethereum. And it dumping, it going goodbye. Its blockchain having problems does not serve anyone. So I hope that it at least stay strong long enough for, if it's not going to ever get attacked together, for another blockchain to come to prominence and take its place. And that can be Ethereum for all I care, which is what it should have been in the first place. Anyway, who else is doing well today? ApeCoin, whatever. Yeah, ApeCoin, 6%. That's nice. Just looking at ones that I know of here. Thorchain, Ruin. I'm telling you, this is a great... Thorchain is cool. The ticker's Ruin. We'll look at that, up 13% today. This one is a swing trading masterpiece if one is interested. Engine, a great project, up 9.4%. Gosh, Evmos, whatever that is, it's up 20%. We'll check out Ruin before we get out of here. And Zilliq, even though it's only up 1.7%, has recently been doing great. Zill's been doing great, and so has BAT. So if we can keep these good energons going for Bitcoin, keep it above 20K, a sideways range with the bottom being just above 20K, definitely going to start to see some, explosive moves in the market. Just remember, Akeda Misaki here did say he expects a low after July 4th, shortly after July 4th. Well, you know what? One thing about what he's saying, this is a lot of market research on my part, but also truly, I'm going to be honest, it is an aspect of intuition too. I really think that July 4th weekend is going to be a mega wake up for a lot of people. Americans are dense. I'm American. I love my little country. Okay, or my big country, but Americans are dense as F. They have no idea what's going on, and they're going to find out July 4th weekend. It's going to be a great big awakening of, oh shit, what's going on? I didn't realize there was hyperinflation. I didn't realize that some of the reservoirs like Powell and Mead are just about, they're not going to work in a few days. They are dropping like you'd not believe. So anyway, there's a lot going on. The collective West has completely bankrupted itself. with the war with the proxy war in Ukraine. The BRIC nations have already won that. It's over, and there's going to be a mega awakening, and it's not going to be a pretty one. You may already been turned on for a good number of years, because you're a crypto warrior, you're truth seeker. But the thing is, you're a Bitcoin truth seeker, and the thing is that. But for the normies, it's going to be an horrific experience, the 4th of July. That's just my intuition. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I think I have a lot of, in my opinion, the market states this, world events state this, the economy states this, hyperinflation states this. And of course, it comes down to intuition. But 4th of July weekend, that whole week leading up to it, especially as we get closer, it's going to be normie hell. I didn't know everything wasn't fine. And that would actually totally make sense why there would be a low dump shortly after July 4th, because that's when the world wakes up and goes, oh shit, I didn't know everything wasn't perfect. Anyway, so here's the thing. Looking at the exchanges today, we're seeing a mix of green and red, and we're seeing way more red than I'd like to see. So definitely volume on the big exchanges for all spot trading has been going down today, and that's another reason why I thought we were going to see a dump, but so far we have not. Looking at derivatives, basically longs versus shorts on Binance, we're at 45 billion. That's another reason why I thought we were going to dump today. Below 50 billion is not a good day. 60 is pretty good. 70 is awesome. Really, really, really low long and short leverage trading on Binance today as far as volume, and it's 11.11% down. So whatever you want to make of that. Looking at longs versus shorts for Bitcoin on Binance, where the volume is 51% long, 48% short, only a very, very slight long bias right now at the moment. For Ethereum, longs versus shorts on Binance, 52% long, 47% short. My guess is people are probably not, with this kind of volatility, throwing a lot of longs and shorts in the market. What else do we got going on here? Let's keep going to here. I wanted to look at this. Here is Bitcoin. Finally, I'm getting to it. So, sorry it took so long. Bitcoin today, earlier, right before I started, we were just kind of about here. And I figured, we're kind of losing some energy here in the chart. Well, not really losing energy, but just with the low volume, I thought, wow, are we really going to make this 200 moving average bounce? The 45-minute chart, 200 moving average. Here's white moving average. 314 is right above it there, the blue one. I was thinking 314 often is resistance. And so you can kind of see where, let me actually make this a little bit bigger. Oftentimes what happens on this short time frame is you'll see a break above here. Then you'll see the 314 smack it down. When you're ranging in between these two, you're probably going to usually range between them. So my take on it was we had a bounce here. It was a wick. It wasn't super strong. I figured we'd probably bounce. We'd probably get rejected and continue going sideways, or maybe have a worse dump just because of that low volume. But as you can see, what happened was, well, that's the thing. Boom, we are a rocket ship to Pluto. So we're breaking that 314 moving average. So what the thing is to watch right now on the 45-minute chart here is if we can keep above this 314 moving average, come down, probably test it and continue moving up. I want to see this maybe 12 to 24 hours stay above the 200 and the 314 with some slight energons towards the upside, or at least a strong range sideways with good indicators. And I think we definitely could see, maybe we're heading towards Friday. Traditionally, that's when you're going to see, volume kind of lag off a little bit. But let's see what happens. Let's see if we can keep this 314 break. If we can stay above there, that's really going to be a nice thing. In general, the indicators here show that we definitely could do so. Looking at a 4-hour chart, though, another one to watch. 4-hour chart, as you can see on the 4-hour chart, we are still, well below the 200 and the 314 moving average there on the 4-hour chart. That's around 26,000, 27,000. Well, I should say about 27,000. It's where you're going to break that. And really, we would need to, really, you want that break above the 200 and the 314, come back, retrace, and keep moving up. So, and that's the thing. When you have a nice break on the 45-minute chart for Bitcoin, for cryptos especially, this really, really sticks and works very, very well. If you get your nice break, sorry about that. If you get your nice break here, Okay, boom, you keep moving up and you start having a nice 45-minute chart. Then you start looking at your 2-hour chart, start looking at your 4-hour chart. Really, once you're positive on the 4-hour chart, like if this was a 4-hour chart and we found support above the 314 and the 200 are moving sideways, strong indicators, then life is good. You're in a great spot. I wanted to mention this. This is a big deal. Daily chart. Okay. Do note the daily chart is below all important moving averages and has been for a bit. The 20 WMA is the shortest moving average, the 20 weighted moving average. The green one here is the 50 moving average. That one's very important. 200 is very important here in the white, and 314 is very important. So the deal is these are all simple moving averages except for the 20 WMA in purple. So you need to get above that 20 WMA to get some strong, to get a healthier looking daily chart. Above the 50 would just be glorious, especially if when we got above the 50 or the 4-hour chart was looking good too, hitting that 20, that 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart. But do note this is kind of wonderful. Daily MACD here. Strong tangent towards the positive with today's sudden momentum. Histogram closing in the right direction. What I would suggest everybody do, if you so desire, is go to your alerts here and find MACD, and you want to know the moment that MACD crosses above the signal. So, MACD is in the green and red is the signal traditionally. So I want to know when that happens, because I think definitely that's kind of the bull bear indicator for Bitcoin, as far as it is it bull market or bear market. And right now we are kind of bearish, because it's price action isn't that great. And of course the MACD is negative on the daily. Get a positive MACD, especially get above the 45-minute and the 4-hour 200 moving average, and you're doing just great. So MACD is Lambo mode. Have an alert and we can all get online and party in a big Zoom call or something. Anyway, so looking at the 3-day chart, which definitely is important. As you can see, the MACD it's starting to get a little bit of positive momentum there. You're seeing the histogram start to close in the right way, and definitely when the 3-day crosses positive, that's going to be wonderful. But of course, that will happen after the daily. So that's what I'm rooting for. Today, I was really expecting more of a dump, and that certainly still could happen. But the whales have stepped in and pushed the crap out of this thing. Bold move right before the weekend. Let's see what happens. They really did not do that until they saw the S&P 500 here actually perk up a little bit. Maybe that's what they were waiting for. And let's see what else we got here. Let's look at the S&P 500. If things go well, we might be seeing an S&P 500 kind of a bit of a V-shaped recovery. I can draw that a little bit better. Yeah, V-shaped recovery. So it definitely was dumping with gaps. Oh my gosh, it's terrible. But oftentimes the harder you dump, the better your V-shaped recovery is. So V4 Vendetta. Bulls, bears, bears, yeah, V for Vendetta, bears. Nice V-shaped recovery. Anyway, guys, that's what I can tell you. I was expecting a dump. Things weren't looking too good. Definitely silver and gold getting wrecked today. That could be an interesting trade. Let's actually look let's just check out two things. Sorry, this is so long. I want to look at Ruin. BTC. Let's look at Room BTC. It's on Binance, KuCoin, Bittrex. It's a Coinbase. Gosh, so anybody can play this if they want. Ruin BTC. One that I definitely look at once in a while. This is a strong looking chart. It's just getting rolling. The stochastic RSI is in the right spot. KRI is perking up. Binary candles looking good. Squeeze indicator starting to fire up. Fractional nexus is looking good. ADX is good. Wave trend oscillator by lazy bear is showing you might be a little bit played out, but you still got room to go. This thing is pushing hard. I'm going to wait for a retrace here. I will grab a Fibonacci sequence from way back in the day down here. Start it, and I'm going to look at that and go. Don't like playing between the top and the 3 and the 2, 3, 6, but I'm gonna watch for a 382 bounce, maybe even go down to the .5 or something like that. The the 200 moving average from the 45-minute charts right in the middle of the golden pocket of the 618. So this is a different one to watch. I may regret not getting in now, but one to watch. It's pretty darn strong. Ruin BTC. Definitely a way you could possibly make some sweet BTC sats. Now, let's look at some stuff real quick here. Where did that one go? My top 100. There it is. Anything else looking really, really good? That I know of. Engine's looking good. Thorchain. You know what? I'll just leave it at that. Polygon. Oh, where's that one that was looking good? I'll let you guys get out of here. Yeah, I'm not gonna chart any more of these. There was, who was it? Was it Mana? Let's look at Mana. I'll do them against BTC. Mana against BTC. You can play this one almost anywhere. Nah, it's not looking too good. Forget that one. Okay. Anyway, I'll let you guys get out of here. Enough babbling on my part. Anyway, as always, everybody, remember, for every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, you're part of the peaceful revolution. It really does matter. It makes a difference. The most revolutionary act you can do right now is honestly own Bitcoin. I think personally that, and be glad that New York got its draconian gun laws punched in the nuts. And so keep stacking those sats, because for every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, a piece of shit globalist cries.